the current education system is not enough to cultivate the future students or youngsters to face to the future, because the world is changing so fast.
Yeah.
The future, like the jobs, different jobs, like maybe in 5 years, how many jobs will disappear and how many will like new jobs will emerge. So this kind of thing, the current system mainly maybe cultivate students or people to fit in, to be the follower, not like the creator.
Yeah.
So for MTA, we want people to hold their own destiny, to create something together with the team, to change something. We start from us, from ourselves. Then we work together with the team, because the team power and everything we just shared. Then by doing this, we may change the world. In China, it's the same. The mainstream is still we pay lots of attention on marks. Like Gaokao, it may be the only chance for one person to change their lives. But at the same time, some students, some parents, some families, they want something more. They need options, different options.
We are living in an ever evolving world. So if we don't adapt fast, if we don't move fast, we're gonna be obsolete. And I think nowadays the educational system kills this capacity of creation, of creativity, of imagining. And if we put on the table also the industries 4.0, like robots will take place of all the things that most of people are doing right now. So if we don't see the future with the creation and with our passions, what are we gonna do? So I think with MTA, we're paying attention of the intrinsic things that we have as human beings to create the impossible and challenging ourselves first. So we always use like this, I think it's Mandela, like if you want to change the world, first you need to change yourself, and it is basically what we do. Because we said that we have to be local, so with a global mindset and a local impact. And years ago, when they were trying to start with Shanghai Lab, they said in the world we live in, there is like a type of bridge between Occidental and Oriental cultures. So why we don't challenge the education and we put East and West learning and creating together? Well, we started back in Shanghai in 2016. We are the first generation of Lane International. Lane International is the same degree as normal Lane, Entrepreneurial Leadership and Innovation, but with this ingredient of multicultural people from all over the world playing together. No? So we started in 2016. 10 of us were coming from China, Spain, Egypt, Armenia, Costa Rica. We had also people from Brazil and Korea. They left because of personal reasons, but the 10 of us since 2016, we started Abora, that is the name of our team company. So basically we didn't know what to do, because the challenge of Lane is you have to develop a company that is sustainable, and you're gonna discover your passions learning by doing with your teammates. So it was like, how are you gonna make a company during 4 years with these people that I don't know, that they are from different religions, different languages. We have people from China that didn't speak English, people from Spain that didn't speak English. So like, we need to have a common path and then just move ahead. You know? So it was 4 months here in Shanghai, and we start with the small projects, prototyping different things, because we didn't know which were and which are our real passions. So first we started here in Shanghai, then we went 1 year in Spain. So we were basically in Bilbao lab with local people playing in Bilbao, but then we moved also from different parts in Spain. We went to Barcelona, Madrid, Zaragoza, and to knowing which was the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Spain. And after, in the 3rd year, we went to Seattle 7 months. So it was, how are you gonna put your multicultural projects in a globalization world? You need to move from place to place, time to time, and you need to continue your projects. So it's the challenge of all the companies nowadays, that you need to see the world as your house, and you need to go wherever you can, but with the same purpose, vision, and passion. So we start 7 months in Evergreen State College in US, and now we are prototyping a new way of working as a company, and we are literally all over the place. We are 2 people from Aona in Seattle, Martin and Anne. We have the Egyptian in Egypt, we have the Armenian in Holland, Netherlands, and we have people in Pamplona right now, in Madrid, and in Bilbao. I'm here in Shanghai. So I have 10 people are in different locations playing in the same company. So yes, now we're working in the educational field. We are introducing entrepreneurship in United States. We are working in fintech. We're working in the global sustainable goals, global development sustainable goals, and also developing an electric motorcycle. So 10 people from different countries and making real things with real problems, with real challenge. And during this 4 year, we have been living together. So it's a part of being teammates, of being your partners in professional way. You are also sharing your life, because you don't know someone else a part of the 9 people that is with you in the same house. So you need to understand the culture, the behaviors, the dinners, the breakfast, everything you share, everything, even going out on weekends, you need to share. So it's a personal transformation. If I see myself, the Vale of 4 years ago, is nothing compared of who I am today. Yes, it's had been brutal. All the people you get to know in the process, and it's something that you don't want ever to stop. It's like I can do this all over my life, even if it's super challenging, because it has been challenging and the next level. You don't understand why a Chinese, why are you saying the Egyptian, the Armenian, but at the end you understand that diversity is this powerful tool to change how society teaches how we should be. And we are here in the 3rd year, almost in the 4th year, but we want to continue together. So usually we have a junior association in Lane. We do create a junior association, but we thought in the 2nd year that we need to have another body. If we want to play hard in entrepreneurial ways, we have to have a real company. So we established a limited society company, SLL in Spain, and it changed our perspective. And nowadays we have also the one of Fox Riders, the electric motorcycle. We have an SL, limited society. So we're working with engineers, with designers, because we learn about different things, about team players, innovation, about different tools, but these specific and technological things maybe not. So we need to find outside the resources, engineers. We need to have the best engineer to develop the motorcycle. We need to have partners in China. We need to have someone that is good in design. So it's also that the team from within needs to find all the resources around. So we're playing now in Seattle, in Europe, and in China. So one company of 10 people.
For MTA, it's more about team. So within team, during this traveling process, you are learning everything. Not just how to start a business, how to raise money, how to improve your pitching skill, how to convince your team member to support you with your favorite project, this kind of thing. Because you're, especially within multicultural teams, you have the language you don't understand, you have the culture you never heard about, you have the food you don't want to try at the very beginning. So all this kind of experience motivated you or pushed you to try something new. At the same time, for sure you will make lots of mistakes. But in MTA, we always say learning by mistaking. This is also the rewarding part. So for me, I think for MTA, it's like the education we just mentioned. We really want to encourage youngsters or people from different ages to really to hack their life, not just education part. It's education is about lifelong learning. So when we mention about self-learning or individual learning, it's the whole process. As an individual, I have my role, I have my interest, I need to fulfill this individual learning path, but at the same time, I share some role in my team. So at the same time, I need to grow together with my teammates.
Xiaoxia was saying, you are the protagonist of your decision of your life, but holding the hands of your teammates, because you have the core value that is your company and is your baby during 4 years. So you are the protagonist of your things, but remembering that around you there is someone sharing the same dream within the company. Teamwork is based on empathy and communication, but this communication is respect. I think nowadays we're listening to respond, but not listening to understand. So in Lane we have a diamond, that is the diamond dialogue tool. That is first you listen, then you suspense, then you respect, and then you answer. So I think in a team where different religions, cultures, different languages, if you don't have a good communication way of saying the things, teamwork doesn't exist. So if you have a good communication dialogue and you have to try empathy from within, is how teamwork works. If it's a codependence thing, we are independent, but we need each other to grow.
I didn't expect it's the team power after I joined. It's really like when young people getting together, the dialoguing part, the fighting part, like mutual impact to each other, support to each other, encouragement to each other, the whole process is really different. And another thing I like the most is we always do things, not just like talking about our methodology. With the fact, actually we have a strong system behind. We call the rocket model. Nowadays we will upgrade to Falcon model. So we have this solid learning system behind us, but at the same time, we wanted to practice more, to learn by doing and creating through the whole process. Most importantly, learn from each other, learn from ourselves, because as we just mentioned, the learning part, of course, we have individual learning, we have team learning, we have complete learning. So these three dimensions happening at the same time. So it's like impacting each and every dimension. At the beginning, it's very easy in schools who relate student-teacher relationships. But in MTA, we play within a team. So we take the example like the football match. So within the whole system, besides the player, we always have a coach. The whole team sit together within training session room. We expressing, we talking, we listening, we understanding, we fighting sometimes, but we are learning. That's the most important part. At the same time, team coach is together with them. The team coach is not leading the content of the training session, but he or she is always there to listen, to observe, to support. Most of the cases, the team player, they will raise some questions during the training session. How can we improve this kind of thing? But most importantly, I think it's the consistent process to have the understanding about this team, the role of each team player, then provide the timely support and from different perspectives with different needs.
Well, for me, as a teacher, you are teaching with your example the next generation of leaders. And all these little people, they have passion, they have dreams, and they are creators. So if we really, as a teacher, I'm putting myself into a teacher, if I really know that in front of me I have these people that can invent cures, that are going to be presidents, that are going to be the next business people, so I think just with having that on mind and doing it with passion, I think is the main key of understanding that we have the human capacities of not fade away with our dreams and passions. It's just let's make it together, and understanding that we are also learning from my students. It's not that I'm teaching them, because of course in a classroom of 15-20 people, the teacher is learning more than what they are learning. So having that on mind for me is the main.
Okay, for my case, because I am already sharing similar roles, so maybe first start I will share personal experience it's very important to hear about their stories, because everyone wants to do something positive, something good, but why they couldn't do that, this is also really important. So another thing I will share is as she just mentioned, passion is really important. And for myself, I think it's really important to, it's not just during school hours, the whole life is like education is about life. So we should first educate ourselves to be ourselves. This kind of thing, concept to leading, like the example. Teachers, they should be the influencer also at the same time. Imagine for myself, I heard every single time when I heard some story like some youngsters, they had some change because back in school years, they had some teachers has influenced something.
Yeah, right.
That's really powerful. So for me, I think the teacher should have this kind of passion or like idea to influence people by their own example, the way of teaching, the way of learning, the way of living the life.